Hi BookTube, I am back. You just saw me a few hours ago in my bathrobe, but I'm actually dressed now. Got a little bit of makeup on, trying to figure out what's on my eyebrow there. Anyway, so it's Meg from Books Off the Beaten Path, and we are going to talk A Tale of Two Books. Now, I'm going to flood the internet with my charming personality today because I have very little time in order to do videos anymore. Because of work and taking care of my mom and, family stuff and everything like that. So I'm going to be doing 2 videos today. I already did one this morning, so I'll be 3. 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Got to be good looking 'cause he's so hard to see. Oh, I went off for a second there. Sorry. And there goes the dog. Someone is walking up the street, obviously. Okay, but anyway, so I'm going to do 3 videos total today because I got tagged by Philip with beautiful books, so I got to get those rounded up and put together. But I did want to tell you the tale of 2 books that I am not reading, and I want to, because I think it's a good story. So I have my little bit of pink alcoholic beverage. I'll let you guess what it is with my popcorn. Oh, well, there's nothing like day drinking when you're doing a booktube, is there? Okay, the first one is James Herbert, The Secret of Crickley Hall. You know I can't pronounce anything. So I have a couple of friends on Instagram. I do. I really do. I know you don't believe me, but I do. And one of my friends was reading this, and she was posting, pictures of the cover and saying it was giving her scary vibes, and she was staying up nights and was worried about it and everything like that. And it was really freaking her out. And I was like, perfect for an October read. I will get this book. Well, I can't find the book anywhere. So I have to go on ABE Books, and I find it. I think it's in Tennessee, and it's $6. And I'm like, yeah, ship it all the way. So they ship it to me, and I post it on my Instagram, and I'm like, look, I got this book that I'm going to read, and everything like that, and I'm so excited and everything. She instantly messages me, do not read this book, because I have been so emphatic over the year or years. I forget how many millennials I've been on BookTube. Over all the time on BookTube that I do not do children in peril. And I don't do children in peril. Well, apparently that's all this is about, is children in peril. And, I never thought that. Like, you read the back and it says, would you stay in a haunted house for more than one night? Would you live in a place where ghostly things keep happening, where a cellar door is locked in the night is always open the following morning, where hushed whispering is heard, where white shadows steal through the darkness, where the presence of evil is all around you? Would you, should you? And so I'm thinking this is a perfect ghost book. And then The Guardian has listed a little review here. This is a powerfully disturbing read. 2 pages in, the reader is hooked, and Herbert has done his job. The horror, oh, the horror. But apparently it's got a lot to do with child abuse, which I am not into at all. So that's one book we're tossing to the side. That'll be taken to Gardeners for book trade. Now, the second book I got from the library, and it's called The Widow of Rose House. And I know it's hard to see because it's got the little library hold sticker on it. And I have been listening recently to a podcast called She Wears Black. And I'll go ahead and I'll put that in the show notes. And it's a really good podcast. It's a gothic horror podcast. And she has authors on and they talk about their books and everything like that. And this one I thought was very interesting. It's about a woman in the turn of the century, the Gilded Age, who is divorced from her abusive husband, and she wants to write a book about interior design. So she has to buy a fairly inexpensive house to do this. Well, the house that she buys to do this is, of course, reputed to be haunted. And so she has got workmen leaving left and right, and she doesn't know what to do. So she hooks up with this professor, and his name is Sam, I believe. She hooked up with this Professor Sam, and he has agreed to go in and help her try to rid the house of the ghosts so the workmen will come back so she can write the book. Well, that's an interesting premise, right? I mean, I was on page, let me get you my page number that I was on here. I wasn't even in that far. I wasn't even in that far. I was probably in like the second or third chapter or something like that. Maybe chapter 5. It was right after chapter 5. All of a sudden we had heaving bosoms and kissing and exploration of the other person. And it was all very shocking to me and everything. And I thought, well, where's my ghost? I mean, I like romance novels, and I've read about many people having romance in the intimate way, but where's my ghost book? It's going back to the library. I don't have time for the romance. I want the ghost book. So what did I do? But I went back to my big box of books that I have sitting around that I got when, like just I've accumulated all my Gothics and everything like that. And I picked out 2 last night, Doors to Death, there she is running, and Return to Octavia. And I read the first chapter of each one, and Doors to Death 1. Return to Octavia is good too, but Doors to Death 1. And we're in the Crane Mansion, and we don't know why we've been called there. Dorcas is our main character, and she's representing part of the family, and all the family's been called there by this mysterious uncle who had this weird house built, and it's a hurricane, and they're stuck, and I'm like, yes, here we go. This is my type of book. Copyright 1965. If we have a romance, it will be pretty tame. And let me just clarify, I'm not against some pretty graphic romance, because one of my 5-star books this year was Call Me By Your Name. And that was not delicately stepping around the subject, but it was done in such a way that it wasn't, it seemed it wasn't comical. Let's just lay it out there. These people in The Widow of Rose House, and I did enjoy the author's interview on She Wore Black. These people were kind of comical. They were it was instantly they were in each other's arms, and they were just, I mean, she ruined it, I think, with the scary stuff, because now we're not that scared. Now we know that we've got a big protector, and, I wanted her to go through it more on her own. I wanted her to go through that haunted house a little bit more like the heroines I'm used to. Don't have a protector for a while and go through it on your own. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to go gather up some beautiful books, of which I have a few, I'm very proud to say, and then I will make another video, and I will check you later. Oh, and I want to say thank you to all the people that have subscribed to me this week. I've had a wonderful week of subscriptions, a wonderful week of meeting new people, and it's a great community, and thank you, BookTube, for being there. Check you later.